Save your anti-Rick speech for the Council of Ricks, Terror Rick. Hey, save your Rick rules for the Sheep Ricks, Rick Pig. Me, pal. You? No. Me.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Let me go ahead and start out this theory by acknowledging the fact that it has already been confirmed why Trunks' hair looks different than the Trunks from the 90s, the Trunks that we got back in the Cell Saga. And the reason for that is because Akira Toriyama wanted to make his hair be more similar to Bulma's hair. That has already been confirmed. But there are certain things at a technical standpoint that we don't really want to mix in with, say, the lore of Dragon Ball. I mean, Akira Toriyama also didn't know where to place Saiyan's tails, and that's the reason that he started removing them, supposedly. So, of course, the fandom found a way to explain off the tails. They lose their tails, they don't get them anymore. But I acknowledge the fact that this has already been stated why this Trunks looks different than the past Trunks. With that being said, this theory doesn't go and try to refute what the master, Akira Toriyama, has stated. It is essentially just a fun way even, to explain something in Dragon Ball that really doesn't make any sense if you're looking at the world through the character's own eyes. And if you look at Trunks from the Goku Black arc with your own eyes, if you were, say, Goku or Vegeta, he looks different. He looks different than the Trunks that left years earlier. He looks different than the Trunks that left during the Cell Saga. His hair is obviously a different color. It's a lot more blue, very much more closer to Bulma's hair, and he is thin. He lost all his gains. I don't know what happened. Either he stopped hitting the bench or he didn't get his curl on, but he is a lot smaller, and it doesn't make any sense for him to be looking a lot smaller, seeing as how he has been fighting and training consistently throughout the years since he's returned to the future. He's faced off against Babidi and Deborah, and now he's been fighting Goku Black for years and years, and so his battle prowess is at its highest, so he shouldn't be looking like he has never been to the gym before. And so this theory is sort of meant to explain that, and essentially the theory is that the Trunks that we got in the Goku Black arc is not the same Trunks that left during the Cell Saga. He's a different Trunks from a different timeline or an alternate reality, a different version of Trunks. So essentially the Trunks that left during the Cell Saga, he never came back to ask for aid during the Goku Black arc. It is possible that either Goku Black had killed him or the Goku Black event never happened and he just stayed in the future living alone, caring for the world. It is possible that version of him may not even have had Mai. And so this version, he had gone to the past also during the Cell Saga and his own timeline, but when he reverted back to the future and went through all his events and faced Goku Black and decided to go back again to train and get Goku's help and Vegeta's help, he ended up, instead of going into his own past, he went into the past that our Trunks left, looking slightly more different than the one that left earlier. Now, if you guys watch Rick and Morty, which you totally should, it's a phenomenal show. It's funny, it's smart, but it's not too much in your face, and it really just makes you think. But in that show, there are alternate versions of different characters, like millions of them, with just slight variations, little things and specific things that change throughout each timeline. So in the sense of Trunks and Trunks, the two Trunks that ended up coming back in our main timeline through this theory, just slight differences happen to make them look a little bit more different. And the main thing that we can see from the Goku Black Trunks is the fact that he's a lot smaller, the fact that his hair is the same color as Bulma's now, and also he's also got Mai, which is a character that we never even heard of being in the future from the Cell Saga Trunks. And when you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense when it comes from Trunks. Trunks is a character that has been slipping through space-time ever since his first inception, and that hasn't really changed throughout the years. He has had multiple versions of himself, just like every other character, but he has been the driving force or the main character in a lot of these versions, and it'd be cool to see him sort of be the one that time chose, for him to be the main character that can slip through time and has different really important versions of himself in different timelines, similar to Rick. I mean, at this level right now, you got Time Patroller Trunks, you have the Dragon Ball Heroes Trunks, you got the GT Trunks, if you want to throw that in. If this theory is to be taken at face value, then you have two different Trunks right there from the ones that we've seen, the one from the Cell Saga and the one from the Goku Black arc. You have the Trunks from the different timelines that Zamasu went through. And at the very end of the Goku Black arc, you get a whole new Trunks that we don't even get to see. And this ending is what really kind of makes it believable that this could be an actual event or an actual thing that is happening in Dragon Ball Super. At the end of the Goku Black arc, Whis sends Trunks and Mai to a world where he is going to slip himself and tell that world's Beerus that the Zamasu threat is real and to deal with it. And so Beerus is going to trap that Zamasu, and thus that world won't get destroyed by Goku Black, but there would be two versions of Trunks and Mai in that same timeline, in that same world. So it's not so far-fetched for slight variance in time and history to change the complete outcome of different versions of different characters in those timelines. Again, as I stated in the very beginning, it has already been confirmed why Trunks looks so different, but this is just a fun way to kind of explain this phenomenon in the world of Dragon Ball, and that's really what I was going for. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section below which is your favorite version of Trunks. And if you have any issues or any flaws with my logic, let me know in the comment section below too so we can debate it. Don't keep that shit to yourself. If you have something to say, let me know so that way we can go ahead and debate it in the comment section. And as always, hit that subscribe button for more Dragon Ball content. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black, signing off.